Have you ever been pulled out of sleep by a surge of heat so intense it feels like your body is on fire from the inside out? Before your thoughts even exist? Your heart is already pounding. Your skin is soaked. The room is silent. And you're lying there, wide awake, wondering how something so violent can happen in such complete darkness. There is no danger in the room, no noise, no threat. And yet your body is in full alarm. You don't just feel hot. You feel exposed, vulnerable, out of control. And in that moment, a thought creeps in, quiet but terrifying. What is happening to me? Why now? Why in the middle of the night when I need rest the most? Why does my body feel like it no longer belongs to me? If hot flashes have been stealing your sleep, leaving you depleted before the day even begins, please stay here with me. Because this is not random, and this is not your fault. If you've lain awake feeling frightened, ashamed, or deeply alone, afraid to talk about it, afraid someone will tell you it's just stress, or just aging, or something you should simply endure, this space was made for you. You are not broken. Your body is not betraying you. Your nervous system is responding to a profound internal shift, one that no one prepared you for, one that demands a different kind of care, a different kind of understanding. And if, hearing this, something inside you softens, if your shoulders drop just a little, if your breath slows, if you feel seen instead of dismissed, then let me say this gently. You are not alone in this body. You never were. And you don't have to navigate this in silence anymore. Hot flashes are often explained in a single word, hormones. But that word is so broad, so incomplete, that it often leaves women with more questions than answers. Because what you're experiencing isn't just a hormone fluctuation, it's a nervous system response. At night, your body is designed to enter a very specific state. Cortisol is supposed to fall. Your core temperature gently lowers. Your breathing deepens. Your nervous system shifts from alertness into repair. But during perimenopause and menopause, this transition often becomes fragile. Estrogen no longer stabilizes the hypothalamus, the part of the brain that regulates temperature. Progesterone, which normally quiets the nervous system, may be low or inconsistent. Stress hormones linger longer than they once did. So instead of drifting into rest, the nervous system stays on edge. And when internal signals become less predictable, the brain sometimes overreacts. That sudden heat, the flushing, the pounding heart, the sense of urgency that comes out of nowhere. Not because your body is overheating, but because the system that interprets temperature and safety has lost its buffer. This is why hot flashes often feel more intense at night. There's no distraction, no movement, no external grounding. Your nervous system is exposed. Many women respond by trying to force sleep. They push harder during the day. They collapse into bed at night. They hope exhaustion will overpower what's happening. But the nervous system doesn't respond to force. It responds to safety. And this is where Asian Pilates becomes something very different from exercise. Asian Pilates is not about working the body harder. It's about teaching the nervous system how to come down gently. It's about restoring predictability, rhythm, and trust. One of the most powerful elements of Asian Pilates is how slowly it moves. Not slow for the sake of ease, slow for the sake of communication. When movement is smooth and continuous, the brain can predict what comes next. And predictability is deeply calming to the nervous system. Take something as simple as a seated spinal wave. You sit on the mat, legs folded or extended comfortably. You inhale as the spine lengthens. You exhale as the chin softens, the shoulders release, the spine rounds slightly. There's no forcing, no stretching to an edge, just a gentle wave of motion synchronized with breath. Each repetition tells the nervous system, nothing sudden is about to happen. You are safe to soften. Another foundational Asian Pilates movement is the slow side bend with breath. You sit tall, one hand grounding into the mat, the other arm floating overhead. As you inhale, you lengthen. As you exhale, you bend just a little, only as far as the breath stays smooth. This is not about depth. It's about sensation without alarm. The ribcage opens, the intercostal muscles soften, the breath moves more freely. And as the breath deepens, the vagus nerve, the main nerve of the parasympathetic nervous system, receives a signal of safety. That signal matters at night, because hot flashes are not just thermal events, they are autonomic events. They arise when the balance between activation and calm is lost. Asian Pilates works by restoring that balance from the bottom up. Another key practice is slow pelvic tilting on the mat. You lie on your back, knees bent, feet grounded. On the inhale, the pelvis tips slightly forward, creating a gentle arch. On the exhale, the pelvis tips back, flattening the lower spine into the mat. This movement is small, almost subtle, but it directly affects the muscles around the sacrum and the nerves that influence pelvic circulation. During menopause, blood flow patterns change. Circulation can become less efficient. This can amplify sensations of heat and discomfort. Gentle pelvic tilts improve awareness and circulation without stimulating the nervous system. They invite release rather than effort. Asian Pilates also emphasizes long exhalations, not breath holding, not control, just allowing the exhale to be slightly longer than the inhale. That ratio alone tells the nervous system, you don't need to stay alert right now. Many women are surprised by how emotional this feels. Because when the body finally drops out of vigilance, emotions that have been held in place by tension can surface. Tears, relief, a sense of grief or gratitude. This is not weakness, it's regulation returning. Fascia plays a huge role here as well. Fascia wraps around muscles, organs, and nerves. It responds to hydration, movement, and hormonal shifts. During menopause, changes in estrogen affect fascial elasticity. Tissue can become more rigid, more reactive. When fascia is tight, nerve signals become louder. Heat feels hotter. Discomfort feels sharper. Sensations escalate quickly. Asian Pilates addresses fascia through slow, rhythmic movement. Not stretching to lengthen, but moving to hydrate. Movements like gentle spinal rotations, slow cat-cow flows, and seated twists performed at half speed allow fascia to absorb fluid again. This softens the entire sensory environment of the body. And when the sensory environment calms, hot flashes often feel less overwhelming. This doesn't mean they disappear overnight, but their intensity changes. Their emotional charge shifts. Many women report that the fear around hot flashes begins to dissolve. And fear is one of the strongest amplifiers of symptoms. When you fear the night, your nervous system stays on guard. When you trust your body, it relaxes. Asian Pilates builds that trust gradually. 10 minutes is often enough. 10 minutes of predictable movement. 10 minutes of breath-led motion. 10 minutes of telling your body, you are not in danger. Over time, the nervous system learns that nighttime is no longer a threat. And when the nervous system settles, sleep follows more easily. This approach is especially powerful if hot flashes wake you suddenly. Your heart races at night. You feel hot and cold at the same time. Your sleep feels fragile. Your body feels unpredictable after dark. These are not signs of failure. They are signs of a system asking for steadiness. If this resonates with you, if you're listening and thinking, "This is exactly what my nights feel like," I want you to know something important. You don't need to fight your body anymore. You don't need to brace for sleep. You can guide your body into rest. And if you want ongoing support, gentle guidance, and movement designed specifically for this stage of life, I invite you to subscribe to this channel. This is a space for women who want understanding, not pressure. As we continue, you'll find Asian Pilates flows designed for hot flashes, sleep, anxiety, joint pain, and nervous system regulation. Each session is created to meet you where you are, not where you used to be. Rest does not come from force. It comes from safety. And gentle, intelligent movement is one of the most powerful ways to rebuild that safety during menopause. You are not broken. Your body is learning a new language, and you deserve tools that speak it with compassion.